Everybody, welcome back. Frank presents the play call. The football season is officially over. We're just a few days away from actually getting the wild card weekend started. A lot of stuff to talk about. I'm joined with the team again. And like always, we got our shirts on. All of us this time. We look official tissue, like a referee whistle. Anyway, let's start from the top. From my screen, top left is Nikki. Nikki, how you doing?
Hey everyone, I'm doing well, blessed and highly favored. How y'all?
June, what's going on?
Hey y'all, how you doing? I'm blessed and highly favored. How you doing?
As well. And last but not least, Bree, what's up?
Hi, how are you guys doing today? I am blessed and highly favored, like
Hallelujah.
Frank, how you doing, Frank?
Oh, I'm very blessed and highly favored to be
None of y'all.
real quick. So I had sleep paralysis last night, right? Crazy thing. I told my mom about it this morning. You know what my mom said?
What?
Ray, that ain't nothing but the devil. You need to stop listening to that trippy red. So I was telling Nikki about my sleep paralysis, and Nikki was like, your mama took the words right out of my mouth because I didn't want to say that.
That's funny. Hey, mama knows best. Mama knows best. But let's go ahead and get started with the recaps. We had a lot of games. I think all the teams had a game, and it was very interesting this weekend, let's say the least. So I'll let Bree take it away with the recap, and then we'll go on the predictions with Nikki.
Okay, so on Saturday, January 8th, the Chiefs defeated the Broncos 28-24. On Saturday, also, the Cowboys defeated the Eagles 51-26. Hey, Philly. Sorry, dogs distract me when I see a dog. Hey, Philly. Oh, sorry. On Sunday, January 9th, the Steelers defeated the Ravens in overtime 16-13. The Browns defeated the Bengals 21-16. The Lions defeated the Packers 37-30. The Vikings defeated the Bears 31-17. Washington football team defeated the Giants 22-7. The Jaguars dominated the Colts 26-11. Sorry, I had to say dominated because they look powerful out there.
Good luck, Charm.
The Titans defeated the Texans 28-25. The Saints defeated the Falcons 30-20. The Bills defeated the Jets 27-10. The 49ers defeated the Rams in overtime 27-24. The Dolphins defeated the Patriots 33-24. The Seahawks defeated the Cardinals 38-30. The Buccaneers defeated the Panthers 41-17, and the Raiders defeated the Chargers in overtime 35-32.
So here we are, week 18, the end of the season. And for this week, it was a tie. June and Bree both came in with 9 correct predictions, and Frank and myself tied as well with 8 correct predictions. End of the season, and the winner is Frank. Frank with whatever. Frank with 181 games predicted correctly.
Didn't take no chances all season. No chances.
Coming second happens to be Bree. Bree came in second with 169 correct predictions. Then I followed with 168. And then June trailed with 161, which is not bad. You joined Bree and I.
Back there, bro. Like you came up. Your games was like there was a big gap for you, and you like last 4 weeks of the season,
He came out of nowhere because we was in the hundreds and June was still like 32.
Hey, it's like the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Sleep in the first half. We creep up in there.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, actually, well, I don't have whatever, but starting from I don't have week 11. I mean, 12 and 13. That was, the times y'all was rushing me. But from week 14 to date, June either tied with whoever was in first place or came second from 14 on. So
week
he
12,
stepped up
June.
his game. Yeah, he stepped up his game. Week 14, he came in second. Week
I started
15,
taking
he
it
tied.
serious. I started taking it serious, guys.
Hey June,
Yep.
why we couldn't
Week
do
12,
that?
June came in second in week 12. And in week 13, June came in third place.
Okay, so I was still correct. So as of week 14,
Yeah.
he either tied with the person that won first or he came in second. So hats off to you, June. You did come back. So we give that, and then Bree beat me by 1 point. One more game.
Look at
Predicted correctly than me, and then Frank. You know, when they try to knock me down at I think it was week 12. Was it week 12, Bree?
Listen, people.
Was that Thanksgiving?
Yeah, week 12. Y'all wanted to be yourselves, not to me, and there was no coming back from there. But it's okay.
No, it's funny because
it's all fair in love and football.
No, it's funny because Nikki was at work last week and she was telling her coworkers like, "Yeah, Bree ain't coming in second. I'm gonna keep second. Ain't nobody beating Frank, but Bree ain't coming in second."
Yeah, I said she wasn't. And you know what happened? See, this is why. Look, y'all, real quick, right? This is why you should do things how you just want to do it and don't be nasty. I only came into third because I was trying to be nasty, but it's all good. I learned from this season. I'm coming back with a vengeance next year.
I look forward to it. I think we talked about it was Sunday watching the game, and Nikki was doing a play-by-play announcing, calling.
Yes, me and Frank were like, okay, Nikki,
and she was doing the flag and doing the holding offense. Now, I saw it, number 78. He was holding. That's a 5. Oh, now they're 3rd and 38. There's no way. We need to go to screen pass. I said, wait a minute, what's going on? She went from just saying the thingy to the thingy.
No, she went from saying he got a first down. Nikki, who was he? There's 2 teams with 22 men out there.
I'll be right back, y'all.
The disrespect.
I'll fill in when I get in.
Nikki,
the disrespect. But it's all good. No. What's the first topic?
I'll tell you what, Nikki, if you would have never said that you never that you just got into it, not so long ago, I wouldn't believe you. I would have thought that you've been watching it for a while.
No facts.
You kind of came in in the conversations pretty strong and pretty confident. At that confidence level, that you have. And the only confidence thing that you did have that we read right through was when you said something about the Jaguars are going to win the Super Bowl. But we knew at that point that we believed you when you said that.
Whatever, June.
That was the point right there.
You know what, June? I truly appreciate it. But that shit went out the door. So
you can still say it. That was very legit.
Anyway.
Was everyone
upset? It's been an honor. Yeah,
my cup is over there. I got to get it. I had to watch my tea.
It's over there. I'm not getting up.
I got water in here though.
Yeah, mine's in there. But it's all cool. All right, let's roll. Topic number 1.
Vikings, Bears, Dolphins, and Giants fire their head coaches. But the main one that we're going to talk about is Mr.
Brian Flores. Who wants to go? I could go first. So
you want me to recap a little bit first about what happened? Or no?
Yeah, you could. I mean, it's all good.
So the Dolphins parted ways with their head coach, Brian Flores. One of the many reasons why they parted ways with him is because he was fighting hard to get Deshaun Watson to Miami, but the organization didn't want Deshaun Watson and wanted to keep Tua as their starting quarterback. So there was disagreements there. Frank also said to us today that when he was watching NFL today, they were talking about it, and that the organization said that he was very nasty and rude.
Yeah, he was rude, not easy to get along with. He's not one to I guess, be not happy go lucky. I shouldn't say that. So I feel like you have different coaches. You have your Pete Carrolls, your very, friendly, maybe get along with the whole staff. Then you have your Bill Belichick's, Tomlin doesn't play it either. People that are very stuck in their ways, not stuck in their ways. I'm gonna say it's about business. This is about
A
business.
little bit more stern.
Yeah. And people forget that he spent, I don't know how, at least over 5 years with Belichick in New England. This is one of his proteges, if you want to say, one of his people that students that study the game under him. He goes to Miami, and yeah, so for me, and I said this earlier while we was talking, I don't know if I'm an owner, I want a coach that's going to win. I want a coach that's going to have an environment, and the coach doesn't necessarily have to be always laughing with me, because at the end of the day, his job is to coach the team. He's supposed to train the team up for the team to win a winning record, to hopefully get to the postseason and get a Super Bowl. And for him to be 24-25 in the last 3 years there in Miami, I feel he established a culture in the defense, because the defense did get better. To want Deshaun Watson, I don't know. And they don't want it because they want Tua. To me, Watson's a better quarterback. He's a better quarterback season. He's been out for over a year, so he should be extremely healthy coming back in. And we've all seen it. You get a decent defense with a good quarterback, and hey, sky's the limit. So I think for them to get rid of him was stupid, and especially if you want this guy, if he's mean, I think we live in a culture where you are stern and you're mean. But before it was stern, you were stern because you expected excellence. You expected teams to play. You wanted your team to be a certain way. As parents, we're mean. We're stern. Oh, you're mean. You're a bad parent because you're mean with us. No, I'm stern because I'm trying to teach you something. And I feel that that's the environment that's out now. And to me, it was a mistake. In my opinion, and I'll wrap up with that and pass it off, the Miami Dolphins screwed themselves. You had a chance of creating a team. He beat Belichick's team 4 out of 6 times in the 3 years he was there. That's a lot. Not many people do that. Not many of his proteges have beaten him, let alone twice, but 4 out of 6 times is a lot. And in a division where to me, it's still up to grabs because Buffalo is hit or miss. So that's my take. Miami lost on that one.
Yeah,
I'll go. Oh, you go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
No, real quick, I totally agree. Having a healthy relationship is always important. You know what I'm saying? But to say that you're mean, it's a little bit, are we running a business here? Like, I mean, mean and cruel are 2 different things. You get what I'm saying? So if you're cruel to the people that you work with, if you are, people are working in a hostile work environment now, and you say, hey, I have to relieve you because we're working in a hostile work environment. You're being cruel, disrespectful. I'll take that. But because he's mean, come on, bro. Come on. It's disheartening. And on top of that, without putting things in the atmosphere, it makes me wonder, why really did y'all fire him? You get what I'm saying? Like, is it more than we know? You know what I'm saying? So that's all I really got to say. I agree with Frank. That's a big goose egg they just laid by letting that man go. That's it for me.
Yeah, and I agree with both of you guys, and I'm probably going to agree with what Bria has to say. My thing is Frank hit something that's very important, and something we deal with in life and everything we do is, when we have a plan, we stick to it, and eventually that plan is not going to have an immediate impact, but over time it's going to start to develop. And I think his plan, he was given the cards that he was dealt were extremely, shitty. And what he did over time, he learned how to play with that type of hand, and it showed. I mean, the last two seasons is nothing but progress. That's the only thing you can say about that, man. Nothing but progress, especially given the fact. I mean, shoot, Tua turned it around second half of this season and went on that streak. I think they never done that in that franchise. So it just showed that I believed in that franchise before. Now I don't know if I was another head coach, if I would take that risk, knowing that there was already progress set in motion. And I wouldn't feel too comfortable landing a position there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
Good point. Yeah, it's a good point.
My turn?
Yeah.
Well, y'all said literally everything that I was going to say. But no, I honestly agree, especially with Nikki. There's a lot more than what we know. So other reasons why he probably got fired is that telepathy thing that me and Nikki got going on. So I know exactly what she's thinking. Dang, I need to stop saying but I agree.
Girl, the whole world's probably thinking it, but we just not going to speak it into existence because we don't know for sure. We just don't want to, throw that in the atmosphere without being no hard factual facts.
It wasn't too long before he got a phone call because the Bears are interviewing him. And
he's not going to be on the market too long.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He's going.
They just blessed another team, so it's okay.
Oh yeah.
If they hire him, the Rooney Rule comes into play too. A lot of people feel that they have to start hiring more minority coaches. That not enough in the league. 30
because it was just him, Mike Tomlin, and then the Chargers head coach.
And you got Rivera in Washington. But if you're going to just go strictly black, then it was him and oh boy. I mean, but we can discuss this next week about which way should he go. I said Bears because it's there and we're talking about him, but he has a good he'll be picked up. He'll be people, like you said, people are not stupid. They're like, oh, look, really? Thank you very much for letting him go.
And it's crazy that a lot of NFL players were tweeting about it, questioning why did he get fired.
Yeah, they got criticized a lot, and it is what it is. I mean, Miami, you want to either be a winning franchise or you want to be the franchise that continues to struggle. And we've had this conversation many a times about allowing coaches and general managers do their job. Let them change the environment. It doesn't happen overnight. It's building blocks. It's levels to this. And like June said earlier, it's when you have a vision and you're trying to get there, it's going to take a while to turn it around. It's not going to happen right away. Hopefully you might have some pieces in place that allows you, like take the Steelers, for example. Ben goes out, you get a seasoned veteran quarterback with some legs under him, meaning some time left. You got a defense, you got some wide receivers, you got a good running back, maybe strengthen up your O-line a little bit, and guess what? Now you're still contending. But you take teams like the Lions maybe, or even other teams that are very struggling, that are fresh starting to build, like Nikki says her team has to kind of rebuild a lot. I don't expect to see a winning record the next year, but if you went 3-15 this year, maybe a 4 or 5 and whatever next year. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
And go that way, like 5-13, or even try to get to 500 and be happy. That's progress. So anyway, next.
And real quick, my bad. Go ahead, Brie.
Oh, also, the Bears interviewed Doug Peterson today. So I think he'll be a good fit over there, especially for Justin Fields over there.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of open head coach vacant parking spaces out there. But just to finish off on the Flores thing, if Flores was in the organization that the New York Giants ended up in the last few years, which is opposite of what Flores is. Judge got there totally. There's no progress. And there's no progress, so that's understandable. Flores isn't. This is the way I see it.
And on top, the only thing I'm gonna say is there's nothing. So Tua isn't terrible. You get what I'm saying? He's not terrible, but Tua needs to be taught a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So having somebody that like Deshaun Khan, it's not to discredit Tua, it's to strengthen your team. You get what I'm saying? So I don't understand why. I would have understood if he said he wanted to get, I don't know, pick John from Walmart. Oh, John is our new quarterback. Then it'd be like, okay, John has shown nothing. John is still bagging, groceries.
Yeah.
But you know what Deshaun can bring to the team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't understand why you will do that when the suggestion being made is a positive, a step forward. You know what I mean? So, but
you know what I've realized, like a lot of the issues are when it comes to these young quarterbacks coming straight from college. Once they pick them up, right, and they have that seasoned or veteran quarterback, they get rid of them. So now these young new quarterbacks now entering the league don't have that veteran quarterback that's going to teach them the ways of what's the difference between NFL and college. So it's like they have to learn on their own, and when they learn on their own, it's going to take them a little bit longer than, let's say, you have a veteran quarterback there to guide you and groom you and show you the ways that it is.
Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, Alex Smith, Brady and Bledsoe. Yep. Those are just 3 examples of people that sat in the wind and, waited their time. Mahomes started a lot faster than Rodgers, and Brady had to, because of injuries, they had to come into the game. However, Rodgers, sat behind Brett for a couple of years and learned, and that's the best way to do it. You had Alex Smith in the 49ers, and you had Kaepernick in the bench waiting, 2 different styles of play. However, you still take, like we do, we see leaders, we take the good and learn from the bad. We don't want to do the bad. So we push that to the side, but we take the good. So I agree 100%. But that's another topic we have talked about, is the development. People are not patient anymore. They want to right now. I got this new guy, and the owners take Sunshine, for example, down there, Trevor Lawrence.
And took Minshew out of there.
Yep,
Who's he gonna learn from?
Exactly. So that is one of those things that you gotta do. They gotta do better as a.
Go ahead, Boo.
Okay, so the next topic we're going to talk about, the first 15 picks of the 2022 NFL draft are now set. First round pick, draft number 1, you have the Jaguars. Number 2, the Lions. Number 3, the Texans. Number 4, the Jets. Number 5, the Giants. Number 6, the Panthers. Number 7, the Giants again via Bears. Number 8, the Falcons. Number 9, the Broncos. Number 10, the Jets again via Seahawks. Number 11, Washington football team. Number 12, the Vikings. Number 13, the Browns. Number 14, the Ravens. And number 15, the Eagles via the Dolphins. So I think a lot of wide receivers and O-linemen are going to be coming out that first round.
We need them.
A lot. I feel like
I hope this is the last time we'll go back to that number 1 draft pick, because we got the number 1 draft pick last year. However,
go ahead.
I see the progress. Because last year we won 1 game, and this year we won more.
Okay, well, sure. Let's shoot for 3.
I think
I'm just kidding.
Jets are going to win. I mean, they're going to have they have a chance of drafting very well this draft. They have a lot of first round picks. I think y'all got some too, right? The Eagles got one because of Wentz and stuff. How many you got? I forgot. 3 in the first round?
Oh, just 3, man.
Well, you can't say that because Dolphins last year had $1 million in the first round. But they improved. So, okay. All right, I guess you can.
No, I don't see a lot of QBs coming out this first round. I don't. I see a lot of O-linemen and a lot of wide receivers going to be coming out this first round, especially following who's entering the draft and then the highlighted players that they're highlighting on, especially Alabama and Ohio State. They are capitalizing on their people right now, really, that are entering the draft. So I'm paying attention. I'm following it.
I think this year we're going to see some moves and teams have a chance to come up. That's another reason why. See, looking at these picks, people have the foresight, right? And either players have it, coaches have it. They know they either move on, but like kind of what Brady did when he left the Patriots. He's like, you know what? We don't got receivers. Buffalo's getting better. I'm not gonna start losing now. I'm out. But you have to start seeing the writing on the wall and make it do what it do. And right now, when you got 3 picks in the first round, there's no reason why the Eagles can't add on to what they need or use those picks to get somebody else later in the round. You know what I'm saying? Like if they don't have a second round pick or they don't have a third, like the Rams don't have anything for like the next couple of years. And
Like 2025.
The Rams killed. I mean, listen, the Rams said it's now or never.
and they went out and got the talent, but hopefully it works. You know, I mean, we'll see this weekend if all that they did is gonna matter. So we'll see what's up. We'll see.
Okay, what's next?
Next is Cooper Kupp Triple Crown receptions, #1 in the NFL, receiving touchdowns, #1 in the NFL, and yards, #1 in the NFL. Let's give it up for Coop.
He's a beast, yo.
Receiving yards was 1947. Receiving touchdown was 16, and reception was 145.
He was
That's good on him.
MVP. He got so many people fantasy. That dude's a beast, yo.
Yeah,
he is a beast. If he stays healthy, watch out. Watch out.
When everyone's running backs like got injured and counted them out in fantasy, Cooper Kupp came in.
Cooper Kupp.
Because I feel like every single like running back was on IR. Like every top running back for fantasy was on IR for some of fantasy. This is the most.
Did y'all see that thing about Derrick Henry?
Yeah, and he ended up number 9, even though he sat out.
9.
Just put that in perspective. Imagine if he would have never got hurt.
Yeah.
He would have passed old boy Peterson's record.
Oh, yep.
And he's been out since like week 8, week 7. When he got out?
Week 8.
Crazy.
Week 8.
It's crazy. Anyway.
Okay.
Well,
Next.
good on Cooper Kupp. We see you. We see you. All right. Go ahead, Boo.
TJ Watt just tied the NFL record for the most sacks in a single season. 22.5 sacks. He tied with Michael Strahan from the Giants. So shout out to TJ Watt. That's phenomenal. Also, he did it in 15 games, which is also great.
Yes. So, and you know what? They said something on ESPN and were talking about it. And I think it was a jab because when Strahan got his 22.5 game, Brett Favre took a knee and let him touch him to get the sack. Where for him to tie, he actually went out and got the sack. Huntley was not going to go down to give him the sack, but Brett Favre, knowing what was at stake, he took that knee and let him get it.
Which is good on him because at one point, because even they said, Bree had said, or whatever, that the league was going to look into one of the play.
Yeah, they declined it.
Yeah, of course, because he was down. So now it is truly a congratulations to TJ because he got all 22.5 on his own. So yeah, good.
He's
You gotta stay healthy. You gotta stay healthy.
He do. I hope he don't be like he's not like injury prone in like the next 3 years like JJ.
No, he's related to him.
Well, I think JJ's heavier than him though.
Yeah.
JJ you can clearly see it.
Yeah, JJ's a lot heavier than him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gronk gets his $1 million, and Brady said that he is not coming off of that field until Gronk get paid. He got paid.
Listen,
Gronk
started a music song. He said, "We go in the city with my Millie."
He said, "I got a Millie. I got a Millie. Where y'all going, Millie?" So we're going to Millie to the city. I'm going to. What's funny about Gronk, he was sitting there and he said, "I guess if I don't get one more catch, I got to get a job." Listen. That's what it's about. You know, we've talked about it. We talked about the Alpha Bravo AB being upset about not getting his targets and stuff like that. He threw jabs at Jay. I was talking about Jay-Z earlier. It's about Brady because he said
He
Brady
actually didn't talk about that, but yeah, he did.
Yeah. So we don't want to give him too much power in discussing it because obviously I don't think it's mental health issues with AB. I think AB is just AB. But
He's a diva.
But last year Brady got him his bonus. Last year Brady threw him the ball and he was getting a lot more targets. He had he called out his stats because he's Antonio Brown, so he knew his stats and he was saying he had the most yards in a certain amount of games last year. So just imagine if you would have just, hey bro, be quiet. And by the way, he said in an interview today that maybe taking off his jersey and his pads was not the best way to handle it. So
he said that last time. So
shout out to Gronk, yo. Look, he now has the record for the most 100-yard receiving games, 100 yards receiving in games in a career. So he passed Tony Gonzalez for that. And when he retires, he's gonna go down as arguably one of the best tight ends in the league ever. So I mean, he made the top 100 players. Gronk made his name already. The Super Bowl rings, that's dope. But he made his name. When it comes down to it,
I honestly feel like Gronk stays in the game because he truly, and I'm not saying other people, this isn't true for other people, but he truly likes what he does. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he likes what he's doing. You know what I mean? Because
he's passionate.
Yeah, he's really passionate. Because listen to even what you're saying, like, hey, when he leave and to Gronk is like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just having fun,
I mean,
I'm happy for him.
He won a belt in wrestling when he retired, the celebrity champ or something like that. Gronk, he's one of those guys. He loves it. He wasn't having fun in New England no more. He was hurt a lot. That's why he stepped away from the game. And down in Tampa, Bruce Arians let them be who they be, and they're having fun. So
right, because Tom Brady a whole on demon time. He turned to a whole Florida boy out there. What he got there.
Hey, Tom, watch out! He already got his brand out, his clothing brand out. He wears nothing but
the whole menace out here.
Yeah, we got to talk about that some other time. Me and Nikki, my wife, were talking about that. How we think Giselle is the mastermind behind his whole transformation. So
no, I think he's around them Florida boys too much. That's his whole transformation.
And he living the dream. So, what's the next one?
So I just got your message. So capitalizing some games. Before we start, I want to say the Steelers were touched by an angel, aka the Jaguars and the Raiders.
Leave the Raiders last because the Raiders are nasty.
That's actually a topic. So you want to touch on the Raiders first? We can.
The Raiders were nasty. They could have tied that damn.
Watching Inside NFL.
Last minute, if the Chargers never caught that timeout, like it's
right,
really.
And the Chargers
it was like,
themselves.
So y'all caught the timeout because y'all trying to win. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna kick this field goal, and we're gonna make sure that y'all go home.
And
the Chargers did themselves. They calling that timeout really had everybody eyebrow raised, like, huh? Oh, this is what you want to do?
So
okay, I got you.
We are talking about it real quick. The coach, Staley, he all season, he went in on fourth down. They could have beat the Chiefs, maybe had a chance, better chance to beating them. You go on fourth and you're going on fourth down too many times, buddy. I get it. To beat teams, sometimes you got to play. You got to play like you're not scared and go out there fearless and just. But going for it on your own 18 on 4th and 2 or whatever it was, that's stupid. That's stupid. The timeout. They even asked the Raiders after the game. I think one of their running back asked, "Were you going to take a knee?" And they were like, "Yeah, we was going to take a knee." So he was going to go with the tie. They was fine with going with the tie.
I'm glad they did it.
But the coaching, we could talk about that next week, coaching, because we're going to have a guest on and they want to talk about their team. And, I heard something today that I'm going to preserve for next week in regards to the Giants. And June kind of touched on it a little bit. We'll see. But Raiders screwed that up themselves. I give shout out to the Steelers. Chargers screwed that up. Steelers, I give credit to. They stayed in the fight. They went out there and they played their hearts out to win the game. They won the game in an old school kind of, drug out fashion. You know what I'm saying? Making a drive, Ben making another comeback win in the fourth quarter to win the game and win. And they went out there and they earned it. They didn't give up. They didn't sit down. Jaguars did the same thing. They went out there and they handled the Colts.
They kept that streak alive too.
Yeah.
Colts haven't won in Jacksonville since 2014.
Eagles.
Yeah, since 2014.
Rested their players, gave their starters a chance to rest before going into the playoffs, knowing who they might be facing somebody with competition. Cowboys won. I wouldn't celebrate too much because you beat second strings and third strings, but you won, and my team laid an egg against the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? In the rain, Mac Jones from week 12 on has been 59, like a pass rating of 59, something like that. He's been horrible in the latter part of the season, but he's a rookie. So let's see what happens. For the most part, they all got a game on Saturday and Sunday, and we'll see what happens. And the Jags, I think that by winning against the Colts, they had good momentum. I just hope you guys get a good coach and make the right decisions in drafting or maybe bringing seasoned players in to train your rookie
Our
player.
team. Yeah. So wait, the only thing I want to say is, let me tell you what is so defeating, because June and I stayed up and we actually watched the game, and the Chargers came back. Justin Herbert kept them in the motherfucking game. It makes no sense. They had 7 back-to-back, 4th down that they converted. You get what I'm saying? So for them to stay in the game and for you to make such stupid play calls at the end, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, y'all should have lost that game.
And
then y'all lit a fire up your asses.
Herbert is probably better than he's not the worst quarterback. He could have been top 5 in the playoffs right now. That team is poised. They have a good defense. They would, to me, I didn't want to really beat it too much because I want us to elaborate on the upcoming games. We have 6 games to watch, and I wanted to discuss a little bit what we expect to see. But I
had to say that.
No, I'm glad you did, because it's frustration. You see a young quarterback like that, rookie of the year last year, comes in broke the record with touchdowns that Mahomes set in his first official year starting, and you sit here and man, these guys don't. The lifespan of a player is so short. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. So why would you screw them over and not give them a chance to make a run? Because we all seen it. We've seen 6 seeds go into the playoffs and actually win the Super Bowl. So I mean, I don't know. That's just my take on it. It's jacked up. I'll be frustrated. If I was them, I would be so frustrated. They should fire that coach. I'm sorry.
I think it just makes the Chargers that much dangerous next year. Hey, you could taste it. All right, that's enough. And
see, I don't agree with that. And the only reason why
they had no choice. They didn't make it.
Well,
they
have no choice. I mean, that statement is it's just not factual to me. And it is in a sense. But let me tell you why. And I say this because you can't always bring back last year into next year. You get what I'm saying? The year before, the Chiefs you couldn't even. The reason why we have most of the conversation because the Chiefs' names are listed in everything. This year, you can't even say that this was the same team 2 years ago. They're struggling. The same thing with the Bucks.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So and that's why I think the Rams is going the way they're going. You get what I'm saying? Because the Rams came close. And after coming close, they haven't been no closer. We're right there. No. Right. No. Like, no.
Super one
you
year.
have the opportunity. You have to exploit and act like this is your last opportunity because next time you don't know. How about next year? God forbid, knock on wood, everything. Herbert gets hurt.
Yeah.
Well, that's mainly who I'm targeting when I'm saying that they become a little bit more dangerous. Just Herbert came in there when Buddy got hurt, and he did phenomenal. And then, I mean, because this is sophomore year, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I mean, he went rookie of the year, did phenomenal. He comes in this year. I think it was a huge learning curve and a great experience for him because we all know he has skills that we probably didn't know he had.
Right.
So now going into this year and just seeing that face of defeat, I think he's going to be probably one of the most dangerous quarterbacks to see next year. I frankly think so. If I had to bet today, I would probably say he'll be a top 3 or top 4 quarterback next year, guaranteed. I think I'll make that bet today.
Yeah, that's.
No, I agree.
You said
I
top
agree,
what?
and
3 or 4?
Top 3 or 4 next year. I think. I mean, who? I don't see. What Lamar comes in and he comes in with the same issues they had this year. Then what? He becomes a top 10 quarterback.
You got Joe Burrow out there. Joe.
Then you got
Burrow
Kyler
is
Murray.
No.
Oh, you got
Wait,
Joe B. Yeah.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Joe.
Hey. Hey, and then you got what's his name? Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, he makes horrible decisions under pressure. We all know that. If you don't throw that long bomb with his crazy wide receivers, then he becomes very average, a very good average quarterback. Then who else do we got out there besides Joe? Joe B did his thing, but he also he had a lot of games that he made a lot of mistakes this year. So he had a lot of good games, but he also had a lot of mediocre games.
That's why you said
I got my
3.
money on Herbert next year. Hey, let's
What's
go. I got my money on Herbert next year.
If his coach throws some good plays, I agree with you.
Yeah, I do agree with June when they said that they're going to come back more dangerous. For Justin Herbert, yes, like that boy's going to be on demon time next year, in my opinion. But also, you got a phenomenal running back. Like, they have Eckler, but they also have Cam Akers coming back too.
Mm-hmm.
And he's about to be healthy, and he just got off of IR. So now he gets his entire offseason to actually get back to where he needs to be. And then you have a strong defense too, right? You got Derwin. Of course, I'm going to name my Florida State babies, but you got Derwin James, right? Like, he's freaking phenomenal.
You got Bosa.
You got Bosa.
And Bosa was there.
You got Keenan Allen still there. Give him another weapon on the opposite side. Then
Mhm.
now you got
the 4
beast
people y'all named, there's only one person that ain't there. And I'm not against what you're saying.
You said Antonio Brown? You said Antonio Brown?
What if they get Antonio Brown?
I just hate pushing off something that you could have done today for tomorrow.
Yes,
because tomorrow isn't promised. You get what I'm saying? Like, just the way you're saying when this person get healthy, when that person get healthy, well, the next team is the same thing. We're saying the same thing. Or when that person get healthy, or when this person get healthy, or how about when they trade for this person on their team, like how the Rams did. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing against. I think Herbert is great. Obviously, he showed that he has talent. You know what I mean? It just sucks because you just never know what the next year will bring. So, but we shall see for the Chargers next year. All right, what's next?
So next, real quick, free agency starts on the world's greatest day in the world, March 16th, my birthday. But I was getting to that because the Texans has set a target to trade Deshaun Watson before March 16th. So
that's gonna be the talk of the town once all these games are over. As soon as the damn confetti drops on the Super Bowl, that's gonna be the all clocks is watching that right there. Who's gonna make the push? Where's he gonna go? He might start talking more. Like I said earlier, I just hope he goes to a team that's gonna benefit from him. You know what I'm saying? We talked about a few teams. Miami would have been a good spot for him because Denver is another good one. Hell, the Bears could be a good one too, because you get the rookie quarterback that I don't think he's ready to start.
Justin Fields.
Yep. Who else? Hell, Giants could use a better quarterback too. I mean, it depends. I think wherever certain coaches go is where he wants to go. He wanted to go to Miami before because they had a black head coach. He wanted to go somewhere like that. Now Miami doesn't have that.
There's another team that needs a quarterback next season that has a black head coach, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, but I also think you guys might be going after
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron, you know what I'm saying? Because he fits what you guys do, you know what I'm saying? So, and y'all got some good wide receivers. So
I'm still surprised they didn't bring Deuce Staley into conversation.
For what? Find head coaches? For what, John?
Oh shit.
Can you hear? We can hear you.
We can hear you now.
Okay. Did you hear what I said?
No, you said
No.
Deuce Staley and then it cut out.
Oh yeah. I said I'm still surprised they didn't bring Deuce Staley into conversation for these head coach positions. I mean, he has the experience. I mean, he worked under Andy Reid. He worked under Doug Peterson. He left Philadelphia because he didn't get the opportunity.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm just kind of surprised that he's not being mentioned, to be real with you.
A lot of coaches gonna get some calls this offseason. Remember
Yeah,
last when they wanted to
yeah.
get Eric Bieniemy out of
You said who, June?
Deuce Staley.
so
Yeah, no, I don't see his name on any of these.
I'm upset now. Makes me want to tear up.
I mean, listen, I'm interested to see. Hopefully, this offseason gives us more to talk about than what we had last offseason, which was a hot. Watson was the hot topic for a while, and then it was nothing for a while.
Okay, last topic before we get to our wild card predictions is Coach Tomlin and Ben Roethlisberger now have the second most regular season wins by a head coach quarterback tandem in NFL history with 136, surpassing Sean Payton and Drew Brees with 135.
It's a good record for Ben on the way out, man. If Ben hangs up the cleats this year, because when they ask him, "Is this your last game?" he goes, "Yeah, maybe." Yeah, seems like it. So I hope.
No, the
Cohen
last one I
asked
thought
him?
he did. He said yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Cohen says if you guys lose to the Raiders tomorrow, is that your last game in the NFL? He said, yeah, more than likely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So
I mean, it's his last one. That last game he had at Hinesville, and him, exiting with his family. You only do that when it's your last time. So
it was beautiful.
I think, man, I think they should have eliminated the damn Pittsburgh Steelers and let Ben go the way he did on Monday Night Football. I think that's pretty dope. Now he goes into the playoffs, and God forbid something else happens and he goes out the wrong way. I don't know. Either way, it's a good story. If you guys win in the playoff, I think it's a great story for Ben. Damn, on his way out, he wins it. And then they could kind of use that little – you remember when Ray Lewis retired that season and they were just rooting, and they won the Super Bowl that season. It could be a good story like that. That'd be pretty dope.
I think so. But we'll see what happens. It's a lot of ifs to take place this weekend coming up. If they can pull out the win, it'd be an upset. But we'll save that for when we start doing our predictions.
And now it's
that's what we're about to do.
Mhm.
Yes. Wild card weekend. Let's go.
So since we got 6 games right to cover and talk about, we can take a few minutes to talk about what we're gonna see or what we expect to see in these games coming up. So Bree, what's the first game we're gonna talk about?
First game Saturday, January 15th. We have the Raiders at the Bengals. Nikki.
Are we taking score with this one as well? We just talking?
Well, we're just talking, but I'm writing it down.
See, it's funny because I honestly think the Bengals got it, but the Raiders has been hot lately. You get what I'm saying? This last game was Waller's first game back, and he didn't really, he was knocking the dust off of him. Okay, he wasn't a big threat there, but I don't know. I am riding with the Bengals. I don't know. The Bengals are just hot with me. I like Burrows and Jamar Chase. I love their chemistry. When they're hot, and they're hot, they're hot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm going Bengals here.
I'm going Bengals as well. I don't see Joe Burrows in 2 games threw almost 1,000 yards. And when I saw those dudes put the whooping on the Chiefs, all right, Jamar Chase was unstoppable. He mossed people. Like, he was catching balls. Whatever he threw him, he caught it, and that boy proved why he can be the head guy, that wide receiver they need. And Joe Burrow is probably playing with a chip on his shoulder because you don't have some people say he's not a Hall of Fame quarterback just yet. Let's pump the brakes, all that stuff. So, I think that I'm going Bengals. Bengals, maybe in a close game, but I'm going definitely Bengals on Saturday.
June,
Yes.
what do you got?
I'm going Bengals too. I think I'm not 100% sold on the Bengals, so it'll be kind of like a 55% type of feeling. But I'm going Bengals. And I think the lack of experience in that type of atmosphere may catch up to them. But I'm gonna go with Bengals.
Okay. I'm gonna go Raiders. But this is why I'm gonna go Raiders, okay? And June hit it right on the I don't know if June said it or Frank said it, where they might barely win, but I'm gonna go Bengals. Who said this? June, who just said that?
I said be a close
you said
game.
that? Close game. And that's what I want to touch on, close games. If you look at the Bengals season this season, the only blowouts that they had where they destroyed and dominated teams was their division. Every game that was not the Browns, the Ravens, or Pittsburgh, what they won by either a field goal or like 2 to 4 points, right? So all their wins are super close games, all of them. I feel like that's where the Raiders excel. When it's that close of a game, they always come out and they can, they win. When it's that close of a game, they pull whatever Super Saiyan, Dragon Ball Z shit they got going on, and they end the game with a W. So that's why I'm going Raiders. It would be good for Joe Burrow, of course, and Jamar Chase. I love Jamar Chase. I do. I love him. He's a great wide receiver. He's amazing. He's so amazing. But I'm gonna go Raiders on this one for that sole reason.
And one thing, June said experience. Both quarterbacks never played in the playoffs.
Nope.
Both. And one team has a head coach, the other one has an interim head coach.
Go ahead. What
played
you
in a
say?
national game. So they both never played in the playoffs. One has an interim head coach. The other one has the head coach that's been with him the whole time. And the where Joe, I think, is going to be different is he played in the national championship game. And like he said, I've been in a lot of big games in college, and he comes from a good program, LSU. So it's one of those things where it's like, I believe that might if he goes in there with the cool, calm Joe with the cigar in the mouth, and I'm gonna go out there and play ball, we're gonna have a good game. But I agree with what you're saying is a close game. If the Raiders keep coming with their energy that they don't let off, all it takes is one bad play, one interception, one turnover, one stop, and it could be the end of the game. So.
But I also think that I also have that. I also think that I don't know, the Raiders just aren't hot enough. I think their defense is not hot enough, and I think the explosiveness and the chemistry that the Bengals have is way, way, way better than the Raiders. And because I think the Raiders have more shittier games, so to speak, I might just go ahead and boost it up to 95% now. I think the Bengals are gonna kill these Raiders, and
I agree.
It is what it is.
See, my biggest thing is Carr gets rattled very easy, and when he does, he's off. He's off. I think Joe, even if it's not going great, he try to stay poised. Like, okay, the game is not over. What can we do? The game's not over. But like Carr, like you'll see him, he'll throw a bad thing, and it's like then I know that it's frustration, but he is easily rattled. And I don't know. That regardless, I went Bengals. Go Bengals. Next, come on.
Next is the Patriots at Bills. Nikki.
So this is a good one too, right?
It's gonna be
because for real, it's a 50-50 chance. It's 50-50.
Look at Frank.
No, it is. It is. So this
Frank,
is
put your
where
hat a
this
little
is where
closer,
my
put Daddy Mac and Cheese a little closer.
this is where my thought process is, right? I'm like, okay, Bills has been there. Mac and Cheese has not. Right? And I don't know. It's just it's hard because I could go Bills and they could win and they could lose, and I could go Pats and they could win, they could lose. I don't know. I think my only thing is that Bills has been there, and for some reason they can't progress after first or second game.
Last year they made it to the AFC Championship.
Yeah, and lost it.
Crazy. You're
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't know.
No.
But I was saying, like, first time in a long time they've been in the playoffs. Like that long, like that far.
Yeah, they lost to Mahomes. See that? So last year was different. He didn't have
last year they should have been the one to the Super Bowl.
he didn't have Sanders on the team. He only had Diggs, and they knew if you stopped Diggs and took it away, and I think that Josh Allen has developed so much. I'm conflicted on this pick because one is my team is there, and I've seen history can repeat itself. It can. You got a rookie quarterback coming in, and with the number one scoring defense, can they make a run? Anything's possible. My concern is this: they lost to Buffalo at home, and they were mollywopped. The defense gave up 3rd and 10 quite often. They couldn't really get off the field and stop Josh Allen. It's not raining. It's going to be cold, but it's not raining. And then what I saw in Miami with Mac and Cheese, you know what I'm saying, Mac Jones, I didn't like. It's not the best way to go into the postseason. And now you're going to see a team for the 3rd time. And yes, you went 1-1, but now you're going back to the house again, not your house. They already mollywopped you in your house. So now you got to go to their house again where you beat them originally running the ball, but them safeties were disrespected. That defense felt disrespected.
Most definitely.
I believe, in my opinion, that I'm going Buffalo because I think Buffalo will finally get over that hump.
Who did Nikki go?
She didn't pick.
I'm still conflicted.
So, you know, I love me some Daddy Mac and Cheese, right? I'm going Buffalo, and that's the main reason why. What Frank said, I'm going Buffalo. I am. But also, you know, Stephon Diggs, you know, he hit me up. He's like, babe, you already know. Playoff Diggs is a different breed of Diggs. I know you saw me in the Vikings. Remember? I was like, oh, yeah, of course, babe. I saw, you know. And he was like, you just trust me on this one. I said, all right, I got you. I got you.
And to make even the pick harder for Nikki, because I'm going to make it harder for you now. On defense, you still got McCourty, you got Hightower, you got Vanoy.
Yep.
These are 3 players that all have Super Bowl rings, multiple rings with the Patriots. They have the experience. They know what it's like to be in those games. You know what I'm saying? So it could be where experience takes over. However, I do feel that if Buffalo does not beat New England now, they're not going to make it to where they need to make it. And it could be more disastrous. So I believe Buffalo will pull it together. But I mean, it's Belichick. I'm going Buffalo, but I think,
but that's where I'm going, right? So look, so my original thing was Bills, right? And like I said, Mac and Cheese ain't never been there. But Bill Belichick has. You get what I'm saying? So listen, baby, calm your nerves. This is just like any other game. Yep. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. So like, even though Bills has got hot, but
well,
but you can also use what June says. You can literally also use what June said when it came to Joe. Or I don't know.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Puerto Ricans.
Okay,
I don't know if June or Frank said it. You can also use what one of those 2 Puerto Ricans said when it came to Joe Burrow. Yes, but he's been to a national championship before.
It was
Mac
Frank.
and Cheese did too. Oh, it was Frank. Mac and Cheese did too with Alabama.
Yeah. And one.
So even though he's never he's a rookie, he knows he's had the experience of playing in a big game and playing in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Bill could be like, calm down, boo. It's just like any other game, you know? I don't know. I just, like another thing Frank said that is very true. Like Bill's not gonna get disrespected by nobody, by no damn Pats, damn more. You get what I'm saying? Like if they beat us, yeah, but you're not gonna be saying, then y'all see that they kept running the ball now y'all throw. Like y'all not gonna beat us by running the ball.
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
solely running the ball.
I'm going Bills, man. June, who you went? You went who you going?
So you went Bills, Nikki?
Nikki ain't pick yet.
So
I'm going Bills.
So we touched on something earlier that's playing with my mind a little bit, and that was on the Chargers about coming back a lot hungrier after just being fed a little bit of that soup this year. And the same thing happened with the Bills last year when, I mean, you even had Stephon Diggs watching everybody celebrate when he was in the end zone. And you would have thought that this year they would have came out a lot hungry and a little bit more, I'm gonna make up this word, chemistrified, right? I made that up.
Oh, I love it. Like
so you would have thought, and we all thought that's why, I think we all agreed at some point at one point or another that the Bills were Super Bowl contenders. And then mid-season they were just like, did they forget that Diggs was back there by himself when the coach was like, come on, buddy, let's go back to the you gotta take a shower. You gotta get in that Lambo and take a shower. And that's one of the reasons why I almost want to go with the Patriots, just because they didn't improve anything. After they got beat like that. But can I say good night? Okay, fine.
Good night.
So, but because of that sole reason, I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Next.
Okay, next game. I want to actually talk about this one first. On Sunday, we have the Eagles at the Bucks, right?
I'm putting my phone down for this one. So I want y'all to see my boy.
Wait, what did he say?
He put his phone down because he doesn't want us to see him. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going Eagles. I am. And the main reason why I'm going Eagles is because at the beginning of the season, the Eagles lost to the Bucks by 2 points, right? Remember, Brady had AB, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Gronk, and Leonard Fournette, right? On the offense. Also, the Bucks defense isn't strong. The Bucks defense isn't a great defense. They don't have a strong defense. But taken to the point that, yes, we got playoff Brady. Playoff Brady's a whole demon out there. That's a whole menace out there. But also, playoff Brady don't have all of his weapons. He don't have AB. Chris Godwin's on IR. Leonard Fournette is on IR. He only has Gronk. And then you have 50% Mike Evans, who is in and out of the game because he's injured too as well. And if you can barely beat them with all of your weapons and not so strong of a defense, you can also lose to them without all of your weapons that you didn't have previously. And also, I feel like the Eagles are going to have something to prove. One, also, it's going to be raining. It's going to be wet and rainy. Philadelphia is used to playing in wet and rainy weather. Brady and the Sunshine State 8, they're not. They're not used to that. Also, I just see Jude's finger lift up and it threw me off. I thought he had a hot dog. Also, them boys are going to be hungry. They're going to be so hungry. And the Eagles are going to have, they're going to prove, like, we beat Brady one time in the Super Bowl. We can beat him again. They're going to come out strong. They're going to come out very, very, very strong, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a very, very close game. I am going Eagles.
So I'm looking at this now, right? So total defense, total yards, right, per game. Buffalo's number 1, San Francisco number 3, New England's number 4. In the top, so 3 of the teams in the playoffs are top 3 defenses. When it comes to rushing, Tampa's number 3, Tennessee's 2, Baltimore's number 1 against the rush. Eagles are like in the top 10, I want to say 3, 6, 9. Yeah, they're number 9 rushing. Now, points allowed. Buffalo's 1, Patriots 2, Tampa Bay is 4. So my prediction is Bucks. I don't think they give it the big run. I think they make the pressure up the middle. They make sure the defensive ends or the middle linebackers don't come past the quarterback to allow Jalen Hurts to run. They minimize the rush, and now he's got to throw the ball. Yes, they did beat him. They didn't have Murphy. They won by 2 points, but they didn't have Murphy Bunting. They didn't have certain of their secondary back. And now you've had JPP out for a little bit from IR. They activated Shaq Barrett back up. So I don't think you're going to see the same defense you saw when they played before. And while Brady doesn't have AB no more, and he doesn't have Godwin, we already seen players step up. In some of the games they won in overtime or won at the end of the game, Perriman was 1 touchdown in overtime that he caught, and Grayson is the other one. I think Grayson got hurt, though, so he's not playing. But you still got Scotty Miller. You still got Gronk. You still got Cameron Brate. You still got O.J. Howard. You should have Leonard Fournette back. Le'Veon Bell stepped up the last 2 games, has had a touchdown and made some great plays. So I believe that the Bucks will win this one. Maybe not by a blowout, but I think they'll win. That's just so I'm going Bucks.
It's so hard. All these games are hard, right? Because Eagles, I do agree with you, Bree. I think they'll be hungry, but you know what? I think most of the time, because we're human, just the mindset playing against Brady, people just don't do dumb shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, and Jalen know how to do dumb shit to me. So it's just hard because I don't know, the Bucks too, like, they're not the same Bucks of last year at all. But because of experience, I'm going Bucks.
And we know June's going Eagles.
Yeah.
What? Wait.
He's back in the picture.
Look at the chat, June.
I just wanted you guys to see the background because that's what time it is, right? There's mask on, there's Robin season. I think when we get in the playoffs, we become a whole different Eagle organization.
All right, so you're going Eagles?
Hold on. All right, because you guys said some things that just didn't sit well. So Bree, you hit around the money that had all those weapons, now they don't. Yeah, you got Mike Evans. However, we got Darius Slay. We shut down Darius Slay. We become that number 9 rushing team. We tighten that up, and what do you have? You got nothing but Gronkowski out there. And to me, that's pretty much it because you can't put 4 tight ends out there. Hey, at the end of the day, we got Jalen Hurts. He may not be the most accurate passer, but he's progress. But we do have a couple of running backs. We do got a couple of receivers. I think number 6, Heisman, the Heisman winner goes out, shows out, and we get the major upset in Tampa while there's 69% rain. And I may or may not attend. Who knows? I may or may not be a witness to Brady's last game.
You might want to go. I would go.
Real fast before we move on, because I know Frank got something. I predict Tom Brady throws 2 interceptions and Darius Slay gets both of them. It's my prediction. All right, next game. We have the 49ers in Dallas. Nikki.
I'm going to
horrible.
I want 49ers. What? I want 49ers. I want Jimmy G.
I'm going 49ers. 49ers defense is playing lights out the last few games. 49ers don't deviate from their game plan. They make you play the game they playing. And for me, the Cowboys have been not consistent as much. They lost Gallup. It depends which Dak you get, but I'm going Jimmy G, who's been to a Super Bowl, who when he's in there, when he's available, they winning. He's a winner. I'm going 49ers. That run game is crazy.
Yep. I agree with everybody. I'm going 49ers. 49ers to me took the number 1 spot of the most dangerous team going into the playoffs. It used to be the Colts.
I went Cowboys.
Okay. And then on Sunday night we have this Chiefs over the Steelers at Chiefs. You already know who I'm going.
I got the Chiefs. Let's go.
I know you got the Chiefs.
All right, let's close up, guys. Time to close shop.
All right, Frank.
Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs. I just don't see it.
Mickey.
At all.
Oh, I went Chiefs.
You want to ask me?
Hey, you said Chiefs. You just said Chiefs.
I usually
So-
go last, but all right, Chiefs.
No, you don't go last. And then on Monday, we have the Cardinals in LA and SoFi Stadium, where I will be in a butt. Nikki,
I'm going Rams.
Frank.
Oh man.
That's a hard one too.
No, I'm going
They're
Rams.
all- the only easy one was the Chiefs and the Steelers. All the other ones was hard.
I'm going Rams, and
That
I'm
was
gonna,
easy for me.
I'm gonna go Rams because I think they have the weapons to match up. But I will say this: they activated JJ Watt. He's coming back. They're gonna double team him. That leaves Chandler Jones open. That if that defense can make Stafford play like Stafford plays when he's not his Stafford, and get some interceptions, it could be a long day for the Rams. But I'm gonna go Rams. I'm going Sean McVay.
Don't forget D Hop too.
Yep. So I'm going Rams. I'm going Rams
Did
because
they activate him?
No,
And
not
they're-
yet.
Henry.
yeah.
No.
So that's that. I'm going Rams. Who you got?
I went Arizona.
Not for that. Hey, I got the Rams. OBJ has a hell of a game, and they win because he had a hell of a game. The attention would be on Cooper. That's
And they can't stop Cooper. I mean, you could double Cooper all you want. Pick your poison when they get going. And Sony Michel's been playing very well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And that's it.
Yep, and that is the end of the predictions for the wild card round.
So before we end it, I looked up offenses. The top five or top six scoring offenses in the league: Dallas 1, Tampa Bay 2, Buffalo 3, Chiefs 4, Chargers 5, Patriots 6, Bengals is 7, Rams is 8. And the Bucks average a 30 points per game. Your defense allows 22 points per game. So if your defense can't hold them to 22 points, it might be a long day. And you average a 26 points per game in offense, and the Bucks defense allows.
Hey,
The
49.
Bucks. The Bucks.
Where were
The
the
Bucks
49ers?
average 30 against.
Because you didn't even
teams
say
that
the
are below
49ers
500.
at all.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
No, 49. I didn't check that, but the Bucks allow 20 points per game. So it's a matchup. You want to look at your winning over under. That's what you look at, is what they allow, not what they listing. So it has to be matched. To beat Brady, you're gonna have to put that pressure up. You're gonna have to get to Brady. If y'all don't get to Brady, it's gonna be a long day, and you know that, June. You know it like I know.
Hey, Slade been doing nothing but doing this since last week. He goes, I gotta keep my hands warm, man, because these things are gonna be grabbing that shit all game.
All right, we're gonna see. So I'm gonna go first. Hey, listen, another week down, a lot of talking points. We have some big things planned for the next couple of weeks. We're gonna open up some calls, time limit, and we're gonna allow people to talk about their teams, especially now that we just got a few games to cover and it's going down. Me and June got to send our predictions for the Super Bowl by Saturday before 1:00.
Yes.
Of who's going to go to Super Bowl, who's going to win points, and then we do our bracket. So, again, good to be here. I enjoyed it. Good show. Thanks for listening. Y'all go.
It is always an honor, a pleasure being on, talking to y'all and to America. Y'all be safe. Enjoy y'all weekends and the week as it's coming to an end. Till next week.
Hey, it's been dope. Can't wait till this weekend. I know we got Martin Luther King coming up to celebrate whatnot at work. We're off on Monday. So
Yeah.
I'm not. I have a shipper. But I hope everyone has a great and safe weekend. Don't forget to drink your water, exercise daily. Just stay safe and stay positive. Put a smile on your face every single day. And thank you for listening to Frank Presents the Play Call. Bye.
Bye.